Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Yo, I hope everybody's enjoying the start to this weekend. So far, I am. You know what I mean? It's important to get off to a good start. Circle your goals and try to hit those goals, man, as soon as possible. You know what I mean? I want to talk about Pro Football Focus and how they are, saying, well, it's a fact that Carson Wentz has thrown the deepest touchdown pass in the NFL last season in week 1. Also on that list, I think Carson Wentz's was a 51-yard touchdown pass. I think Tannehill also had a 51. I think Kurt had a 50, Kirk Cousins. And I can't remember the fourth, who the fourth guy was, but I'll put it up here. This is just a testament, man, that, the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff, the offensive minds behind calling these plays, understand something that the rest of the NFL don't really want to talk about. Carson Wentz got a cannon. Carson Wentz has a big arm. So why are we just now getting players to stretch the field with him? Now, to their credit, we tried. And also to their credit, you know what I mean? Alshon Jeffrey is a guy that can stretch the field, whether people want to believe it or not. Now, it's not so much with speed with Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey is a technician. Alshon Jeffrey can get down the field and beat you with his big wingspan and his big catch radius. They tried to stretch the field with Mike Wallace, who ended up getting hurt early in the season. Torrey Smith, who was obviously at the end of his career. They tried methods of stretching the field before, bringing in Deshaun Jackson. You got to have a speedster on a roster with a guy that can throw like Carson Wentz can throw. Now, kudos to the offensive minds for realizing that and doing what they did in this draft this year by basically putting a track team around Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? The sky's the limit for him now that he got these vertical threats. Because he was making vertical threats out of anybody last season. Anybody. If you were down there and you had one-on-one and you had a step, he was getting you the ball. If he felt right about it, he was getting you the ball. Now with these vertical threats, I'll say the offense will at least average another 8 to 10 points a game. Carson Wentz will have 30-plus touchdowns. He could creep on to 40. Anything can happen, man, if he can stay healthy, man, with these vertical threats. So, I'm actually surprised that he has the longest touchdown pass. Well, he's tied for the longest. He's tied for the longest touchdown pass of the season with no weapons. One game of weapons did that. Do you know how many 50-yard touchdown passes the Philadelphia Eagles would have had? Do you know if all these guys didn't get hurt or if most of these guys caught the balls that were right in their laps? Come on. I think the one that Nelson Aguilar dropped was about 50-plus. I think the one that Arcega-Whiteside dropped against Detroit was around 50-plus. You're talking about big body catches, man. You know what I'm saying? With all the drops and everything that he's endured, still the 51-yard touchdown bomb, the longest of the season, that don't make no sense. That don't quite add up. So you can't say the dude ain't special. You can't say he didn't make lemonades out of nothing. You know what I mean? Lemonade out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't say he ain't do it. Watch what happens when he get these weapons, man. A lot of critics are going to be, hushed. And it's time to start getting some of these whiteboards in because, maybe I got to draw it out for you. Yeah. So a lot of speculation has been heating up. They talking about Joe Thuney to the Eagles from the Patriots. I like it. You know what I mean? People want to ask the question, is it a high-price rental or is it a guy that we plan on replacing Brooks with? Listen, man, you talk about earning capital, and Howie is big on that. Playing with players that you could earn something from. Even if we let him hit free agency, I'm pretty sure the comp picks will be somewhere in the 3rd, 4th round for him. The dude is great. It's situations where you could also, tag and trade. I like that option as well. You talking about a plug-and-play guy that can play right guard at a high level right away. This guy in about 1,500 snaps only gave up one sack. One sack. I like it. I like every bit of it, man. I'm not going to hold you. I like a lot about this, man. You talking about the need to wanting to have to keep Carson Wentz clean at all times. This dude been keeping Tom Brady clean. You know what I'm saying? Been keeping Tom Brady clean. He knows the thing about having to block longer because wide receivers can't get separation. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots wide receivers were bad last year. Tom Brady was having trouble moving the ball. So they had to get extra seconds while Tom Brady's just back there chopping his feet, looking for something to happen. I like this, man. I really like the idea of this. I think that this is a move saying that you want to win right now. And I believe Philadelphia wants to win right now. I think you got to go out there and get a guy that's plug and play like Joe Thuney. You know what I'm saying? He's disciplined. He comes from that Belichick tree. He knows the value of keeping a quarterback clean. He knows what to do. You know what I mean? My only thing with bringing somebody like that in is he has to get used to the improvising of Carson Wentz. He got to get used to it. And Carson Wentz got to get, having the same offensive line matters in football, whether people want to believe it or not. You know what I mean? He got to get used to the way Carson Wentz improvises. He got to get used to a lot of stuff playing with Carson Wentz. It's different. But he's going to have to learn from playing with a new quarterback this year anyway. I think you go ahead and do it. I think it'll be like a $14 million hit. A very expensive rental. I don't care. It's a stud at the position. He could run block. He could pass block. You go ahead and do it. Then you tag and trade when Brooks is healthy. You know what I mean? Or you keep both of them. Maybe one could slide over. You never know what can happen in a situation like that, man. I think if you want to talk about getting capital, I think you go ahead and get this dude. Because this gives you the capital, man. This gives you the capital that how we preach is so much about. You know what I mean? And I think it's a good fit, man. You got to keep Carson Wentz healthy this season. Carson Wentz cannot get hurt due to a pocket collapsing. He can't get hurt. He can't get hurt that way. We need guys that's going to go in there and do their job for Carson Wentz, man. And I think I love it. You know what I mean? In other news, man, a top 10 tackle list came out. I'll go ahead and throw it up here somewhere. It had Lane Johnson at number 8. Of course, I don't agree with that. 2 Dallas Cowboys tackles are on the list. I don't agree with that either. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. The Dallas Cowboys, I think, are the only team on the list that Trent Williams is on the list. Did he even play last year? I'm confused by this list, man. I'm confused by that list. You know what I mean? Listen, at least they respect Lane, and Lane is up there. But come on, man. Lane probably top 4, top 5. Tops. Number 8 is a little too low for me, man. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.